Bonjour, how it's going? So it's a pleasure to have you here. I guess everybody can be on my presentation, right? So bonjour, Paris. Good afternoon and morning words. Today we are going to talk about which are they and how we can overcome them, the metaverse challenge and adoption of new technologies. The things about that is that we all Web3 people carry a few values about. We care about the future, we look to the communities, and most of all, we kind of want to create a better world, more integrated. So here in Brazil, we started to create bridges into metaverses and other countries because in today's world, we need to get united. So before I actually started with this all conversation, I think we need to kind of slow down and realize that everything has a time. It's actually right on Bible if you people like it. So I just got a conversation of my colleagues here on metaverse. Is metaverse dead, or if it's just about to begin? And the thing is, if you look to the past, there is a few lessons that we can all learn from. So I just want to create this reminder that the internet was invented in 1983, and we can only use actually video calls about in 2019. So it's more than 30 years later. So just look at the gap. Crypto was created in 2010, more or less 2009, and we took almost 10 years to reach only 4.2% of the today world populations. The first mobile call, 1973, and more than 40 years later, we got the adoption of 70 and 80%. So things get time, people. So slow down. We are just about to begin. But this is more like a chatting. So I'm on the chat here, so everybody can just write a few things down. I think I want to make a more talk environment and only create conscious and see what the future is going through. So the thing here, people, about everything has a time is that the revolution does not happen in like this to everybody. It's take a few time. So like every one of you have become aware of metaverse, for example, in different time. To me, that happens 3 or 4 years ago. A few of you 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Maybe it's the first time you are in a Metaverse Summit. So just come down. The world is getting ready for us. But if you look to the past yet, if you look to the electric vehicle, that is another technology that's kind of far from our subject here. But most important, it's a new thing. And we as human, we kind of need some time to digest it. So the first electric vehicle was on the early 19th. So it took almost 2 years, 150 years. So we have at the present day. And in few countries, only 1% that is actually using that. So it took it so long to realize that we need electric and more environment-friendly technology. And even that, I think, in my opinion, it's going to be only in 2030 that we are going to get truly electric vehicle. Thanks for the technology. If you look to virtual reality on metaverse, we can remember that the first concept of that was like on the 50s, like the first conceptualization of the virtual reality began on the science fiction. Early at the 60s, the idea got a bit better into today's world and computer. At the 80s, they started to finally put on the market to the truly immersive experience. By the 90s or 50 years, after, we kind of create experiences on it. 10 years later, we use the first VR headset, and in 2020, we kind of getting on hype, but by hype, only 2 to 3% of the population actually have been on the metaverse. And by that, more 2% in 3 years. So you can actually realize that it's an exponential thing. And don't make this mistake, people. Metaverse is not only the difference between VR and metaverse, virtual reality and metaverse, is that metaverse need to be immersive, need to create cooperation, and need to be on demand in everything on time. So you can't stop a metaverse to happen. You just need to keep going, no matter if everybody is there or there is anyone. And if you look to the concept of metaverse, games are far, far, far beyond the normal market, I would say. We can kind of create experience into metaverse, and of course, in a Web2 experience during the 90s with the creation of a few games. And you can have your own economy, you can have your own metaverse friend, digital friends. If you look to if you are like such as old as I am or older, that is like a term that's called ERL, like in real life friend. So the concept of metaverse really, really got it real at the 90s, and we are just about to begin. Just remember, people, we just need a few time. So if you look to great technologies as VR hardware, crypto, electric vehicles, homes with solar panel, that's like new technology, right? That's the future that we saw in a few moves ago. They are just 5%, crypto 432, electric recycle 3, and only 3 each 100 people has actually homes with solar panel nowadays. So this technology is under 5%. So just look at the potential that we are looking here. But one thing that is truly impressive is about the AI adoption, who is like 27%. The most important thing about the AI is that really people like that. And we are going to explore a few things though about what AI has been doing of great, that why there is 27% of people using these daily. I mean, it's ChatGPT just launched it a few months ago. So how can 27% of the world already using that? So that's going to be the 5 problems of what we can do about massive adoption in metaverse and new technology. So if you look to the first period, is preserving value. So the problem is that today's word metaverse isn't really necessary to people. You can do basically the same in normal web. So we are in a Metaverse Summit and we are using Web2. So that's exactly the thing that my colleagues just before were talking. We need to create a great product, an environment where Internet 3D can be really useful. Because metaverse is really simple to understand. Internet 3D is the best explanation about it. So just create RPG stories, education gamified experiences, but just we need to create an environment where we kind of create a community and have actually a reason to be there. So another thing that is kind of really hard. I mean, I have trying to put my dad on metaverse was so hard. The thing, he's on WhatsApp and he's on ChatGPT. So the problem is that metaverse isn't easy to get in. You need a properly wired hardware device, a program to actually rule it. Otherwise, the graphics aren't truly great, and people, we are very, very visual as human beings. So the solution is that massive adoption in interoperability. Today's problem is that everybody's kind of create their own metaverse, but they don't have an interoperability. So I think a great thing to make it is kind of create these bridges cross platforms with, of course, high quality graphics. If I can have a great view on my PC, why should I go to this 90D graphics metaverse? Why? Another thing that's it's a problem is the cost. Like nowadays, the cost of acquisition of average people are just too high. And that's a thing that only 5% is still or have been use this. So for this we just need a few time. Everything who actually launched it started really expensive. Then the competition of the capitalism starts, and then we can get lower and lower prices. So just give a few times of it. And the solution is basically that gradually the companies are going to invest in moderator features and in content. But again, interoperability is what people will make the count of. What is the cost? What is the value of it? And what can I gain from this experience? Okay, so far so good. Thank you, Terry. Oh, that's one of my favorite terms of adoption. It's as social influence. As I told you, like community building strong metaverse community, and where a safe space where people can share the things that they can on real life, or they're ashamed of it, they don't like their visual looking for real. So it's like a community, an opportunity, because everything who has a problem or a pain, we kind of can create a new experience. So the solution of it is where people are looking for. In today's world, people are looking for celebrity. I guess everybody, or influencer engagement. I think everybody here has looking this fever of NFC. So it's not about like what I like, what I think is ridiculous or not, but people are paying attention, and where the attention is with authority, the money go, people follow, and everything actually through go to a developed ecosystem of evolution. So involving celebrity and influencers on metaverse activities can attract the fan bases. So we don't need to invite people by that. We can invite who actually lead them into the world. And the last and most kind of very peculiar thing is triability, awareness, and education. Like, where is the first time you're entering into a store where you can try a metaverse experience, for example? It's truly hard. I have been in a few countries in the world, and only a few have a store where I can just walk in a physical world, just to try. So the problem is hard to try. You need to have a friend who has a device and has to buy the program to do it, or a game so you can try it, and it's truly fun. I have been documented the first experience of a few people going in, and it's always a smile. So just remember, people, that smile is emotion, and we as human beings are moved by emotion. So this awareness and education process of free demos, stage adoption, right? Create campaigns that incentivize people to do it, and create tutorials on onboarding of how is it that. Just a reminder, my dad has been on Metaverse, never try again, but ChatGPT using all the time. So how can AI empower Metaverse? Well, this is truly simple. We to move need to get the impression of what is going to happen. This mysterious, these excited feelings about what's going to move, who I'm going to meet, which kind of content can I create by that. So the AI NPCs, for example, into the metaverse for like different kind of close programmation. Let's go into a metaverse that you can speak like not only to celebrity AIs closer to that you can create interaction, but if we could enter into a metaverse to talk that people who was not here anymore, like Einstein or Shakespeare, we have a lot of data. Who is the food of the AI? So we can kind of organize that data, put into a metaverse, so we can invite people to really experience immersive experience, and a different that we can live on Web2. So another thing before we go, it's just like, if you wanted to introduce someone to new technologies, put this as simple as this. If you're going to say about crypto, just put like digital coin, digital money. It's really easy to understand. Metaverse, as I said, 3D environment, 3D internet. If you look to NFTs, it's only a few of us actually knows like what's non-fungible token. It's so hard. What is actually a token? Never touch one. So it's a digital collection. Only that. just try to approach people in a way that they can understand in an easy way. One thing that we have doing as venture is kind of create, and today's word, we believe that the word is going to be digital. We launched a few months ago the first digital shoes on Latin America. It was truly interesting. That's a shoes that's on your MetaMask, on your wallet, that you can plug into metaverses and you can use there. But it's not about only of it. You can also have the pair on a physical world. So you can use this by walking on a Metaverse Summit by real, or you can just use this at the Metaverse. So that's the thing. Brands, people need to be more connected everywhere. So why we should separate world? Why is like digital world and like physical world? Why isn't about that? Web3 is about getting everything together. It's about creating a bridge. So the world is going to be digital. The NFT need to be digital, and also I do believe that metaverse needs to create digital experiences. So in Highline Venture Builder, what we create here in Latin America to the world and kind of break that bridges that we create lines and borders. So that's what actually brings me to life when we talk about our project, is because we break these borders, go into Web3 and create these bridges to the project. So to me, to massive adoption, the most important thing is a great product, a reason to be there, and a lot of marketing, because marketing is the most important thing in mass adoption and human behavior. If you pay attention, everything that you're looking now was sold once. My computer, my webcam, the computer you're looking, or the screen you're looking. So everything on your environment right now was sell it in a way because it's good, because you need it, or because you just wish it. So we kind of create this artificial intelligence to marketing that combines the influencer marketing and the audience needs together. Because the audience is there, we don't need to create one. We just need to identify, invite them, create experience that they are going to get into the memory, and just leave the future. So in this ecosystem, we just do all because it's easier. If you go to the payment, I want to buy something on Metaverse, it's only crypto. Oh my God, I'm not a crypto person yet, so I need to open a wallet. And no, just create a gateway that you can use your credit card, that you can use your fiat into crypto, and just kind of broke all these fiat coins into one. So the gateway of payment was something that we decided to create because it's getting easier to people actually spend. And of course, develop it. You need to develop it, and people need to get exclusive things. Is one of the pillars of metaverse. So we need create a great experience in payment, portal shop for individuals, content optimization, because it's productivity, right? One of the most interesting thing on metaverse is walk. Why someone wanna walk on metaverse? That doesn't make sense to me. We wanna fly. We want to create teleport. If we just go, I'm in Brazil right now, and if I sniff, going to Paris would be amazing, and we can create this experience on metaverse. So by that, we can create this content, invite people, create the environment of they need, and most of all, identify the needs of the audience, what they want to do there, create this community, and then we can live the future that we have been searching for and creating. So what about questions? I think we can actually interact here. Try to. Whoa, my grandmother for the metaverse fail. My mom loves the concept though. I know, that's great to hear. Well, just getting on the sofa and put the glasses and like enjoy grandma. Just keep going. I mean, my family meetings nowadays are on Discord, so we can make it for sure. My family is a success case. Question: how is the correct stage of Web3 in Brazil today? We are just creating an amazing environment. Of course, we here are famous for carnival, supermodels, and stuff. And today's world is getting more tech, and we are looking to that. So We have a lot of opportunities. I just feel that more than ever, we are integrated as nation and also to the Europe worldwide plan of getting new technologies, environment, and people that share. Because the most important thing, people, it's conscience, it's education, and it was never so easy to write a book, share content. If you wanna talk about with strangers was never so easy. Going to community on Discords and then going to the metaverse. So I think the world was so hard to connect just before, but here as a human being has doing a great job, and now it's just easier on way because we can create this immersive experience. Babu question. Oh, romantic question. What is the best advice you would give to someone that's stepping into the metaverse for the first time? Romantic, I like very calm approach about getting conscious of the environment. So just look into the details. Is that there is like lines between objects, right? Can you touch it? Because it's really funny when people try to touch things. Try to get up, of course, in a safe environment, in a physical world, and just look to the things and start to ask when the people are with glasses what they like most, what they created, because the creation and the creativity of the human being are amazing, and that's the most important thing about the AI. The AI is going to automatize so many things that we can actually stop doing automatic stuff as driving and stuff like that, and turn our attention into what we are good of creation. So I would put this on my ad. If you put someone on metaverse, just create consciousness on the places. One thing that's truly funny to make it is to use a smell, because they can't actually see you, and the technology didn't get into that of the 5 feelings of humans. So just kind of create a better experience with it. Do you think there should be more public events where people can try the metaverse for free? Would help definitely, Babu. I have been in a few events, and I think that's so important to create this, but was only, I don't know, 3 to 5, 10 perhaps VRs to people to try it, and I think we need to create more experience of it. And I don't think we should be afraid of games. I mean, when we first started, we thought that gamers would adopt metaverse so fast. We kind of fail on that. They were just like, okay, so it's an environment with no mission, with no goals. I already bored out of that game, so why should I be here? So I think the most important thing is to create an event with a purpose. What are you going to create the experience there? Because today's world, we are consuming less products, but we're consuming a lot of experiences. And that's the main focus on everything. Again, it's where people are looking for where the future is going through. And we, as speakers, as early adopters, need to create this kind of discussion, and that the Metaverse Summit is doing. It's just great because we can create this for conscience and not just randomly. So just create an experience in a physical event with interoperability that you can just go there and have a gamification, for example. So you can find an icon on Metaverse, then you can searching for that on a physical world, and then you can open your wallet. So just give the try of a 360 experiences, not only Metaverse, but Metaverse as a tool. Question of Caesar: how is marketing being transformed with these new technologies? Being transformed with these new. Marketing has changing about the ecosystem. That's a really good question, Caesar. I only have 3 minutes here, so I'm going to be quick. If you look to the history, marketing was just about what are you saying about yourself, how good I am, and how things of my products are great. In today's world, we need to create a marketing strategy. And again, to massive adoption, it's about a great marketing aligned with a great product. And so the marketing strategy here should be like what I say about myself, what people say about me, and what the feeling of the product is aligned. So if I say I'm great, I'm pioneer, I'm the best on it, just going to live there. Influencers say that you need to try, it's so amazing, and people have actually this feeling. So I am aligned with my values, what I'm saying about. It's just kind of create these different things because we don't believe on brands anymore that actually are just saying about themselves. We just wanted to see key opinion makers that we trust. And by that, I don't see like giant people on online presence with 30 million, 50 million followers. I mean, the micro influencer has such a power on marketing strategy. If you look to the creator economy, we are just about to start. A data that is truly important is in everything decision, because decision of buying something or go into something is not only a sniff. You kind of have been impacted for this for the first 3 seconds. Now today's world, the data is for you need to be impacted 14 times of something just before you can in. So it's another tip too. Before you invite someone to the metaverse, just be sure that they heard about it, what they know about it, how many times they heard about it. So you need more exposures to go in to buy something. And if you look to the influencer marketing, who is like the most important thing nowadays, because people are just tired of giving money to Meta, so they can waste whatever they want to the Google and big tech companies, and they wanted to create this environment of more ownership. And if you're giving me something good to experience, I kind of have this feeling that I need to do something back. So in today's world, marketing and influencer marketing kind of impact 50% of what you buy or what you go into. In a few niches like fashion or makeup, it's about 70%. So just pay attention. If you're going to launch a project, just have a lot of colleagues who have great projects to help it. So if you're going to launch a project, I will truly advise you to look at marketing as product as a thing combined, because tokenomics and markenomics, I would say, must be aligned with your strategy. And just to look to the community, because don't of course think globally, because it's about everything, but just look to like your local community and how can you impact your local community, which are people who has the influencer to help you with your idea. Try to convince them that it's a great idea to share about your project, offer something that they can create ownership, because at the end crypto is about that. Decentralized, of course, and not the centralized that a few governments are doing. So just create an entrepreneurship environment of with social and influential people to start from your local community to the world. Great. I think my time has come to the end. So Metaverse Summit was a pleasure to have you all here, to have me here. And thanks, Ananda. Thanks, everybody. Just remember, everything has a time, and if the time didn't come to you yet, just wait. Keep working hard, and let's connect. You can find me on LinkedIn, Joao Fouad, or just on Instagram or whatever you want to feel to connect.